We're about to head on our road trip, so I'm going to start the navigation so that way we can use FSD to get us to all of our destinations. So to start, I'm going to start it with the last place that we are going to go. So that is our hotel. On the way there, we are going to stop at Lake Havasu. And then it automatically adds where we need a charge. However, I do not want to get to here at only 34% or to the hotel at only 17% because we are going to be driving around in Lake Havasu. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that where we want to get there at least at 40% just in case. And then it does update the chargers on when we need a stop and for how long we need a charge for.
All right, road trip to Laughlin, Nevada. So this is our charging currently. We are at 47 kilowatts, 189 miles maybe. Charge. There you go. Headed to Quartzsite, and then we'll probably make a stop at London Bridge. That is in Lake Havasu. So we will update you when we get to there. Session cost for this is about $8.86. We've been here for maybe 15-20 minutes, so not a bad price at all.
We got to Quartzsite. It's really windy. We've never been here before, so we are stopping to charge to be able to have enough energy to go all the way through to London Bridge and also be able to drive through there as well. This one says there was 70 stalls available, and we have just plugged in. We just finished in Quartzsite our charging. We did charge all the way at 80% instead of waiting to only do what it said because we want to drive around in the next stop. It did cost $14 this time.
All right, so this is our first time at London Bridge. Beautiful area. As we're going over the actual bridge now, very historic. There was a lot of people here that day. The weather was beautiful, and it was just great for us to come out and experience this. Living in central Arizona, or actually western Arizona, coming out to this beach area was really nice. We got a chance to see a lot of the water and smell the fresh air. It was great. I love it. All right, so this is when we're approaching California. We stopped at these chargers. This was a really sketchy spot. It was actually really windy that day, so this is why we are actually recording this after. But yeah, this is our first time here in Needles, in our Tesla, and like I said, it was really sketchy. It was a older area. It looks like it was pretty abandoned. So, and then here we're just sitting in the car, and we're kind of looking at our supercharge and the pricing and everything, and it was actually pretty decent. Here we are in Laughlin. We finally reached our destination. We're headed towards a hotel, trying to find parking.
Alright, so we have our trip planned to head home. We are currently in Laughlin, Nevada at the Aquarius Hotel, and we are headed back to Goodyear, Arizona. We will stop and charge one time according to this. However, we will charge a second time in Wickenburg because we have a few stops to make along the way. We're getting going. We're going to go ahead and use FSD for the whole way. First, going to make a coffee run. We have to get Dutch Bros before we head out. So here we arrived to Kingman and stopped at these superchargers and grabbed some food at the Carl's Jr. However, it was a slow charger, and I'm assuming it's just because there's a lot of people there as well. So we did end up getting going and didn't charge here long. But here you can see, just what the area looked like and how many people were out and about. And then we got to Kingman, where the Route 66 visitor center is, and so we went inside and got to look at the guest book and sign it, and then charged as well. Our final charge stop was in Wickenburg, Arizona. We did go through here, and this is like their little city hall, and there was public bathrooms for you to be able to use. And then these chargers, there was a Basha's and a couple of restaurants and stores that you could walk to if you wanted to. We charged all the way to 80%, and it cost us $16.32 as our final charge.